Hello everyone, I'm JG and welcome back to Music Forever, where today we're reviewing the new album from Alice Cooper, Paranormal. So Alice Cooper, pretty much, long-running, I guess you could say hard rock first group, then kind of solo act, just kind of a staple in, I guess you could say, rock music at this point, pretty much. Been going strong since for many decades now, pretty much. And, throughout that time, I am not familiar with every single project that he's ever done, or the band has ever done, but I'm familiar with enough of it, really, that I was kind of looking forward to hearing this new project here. And to be honest, this project here is, in my opinion, a pretty good and pretty consistent project overall, and does have some very interesting things going for it. Take, for example, the last two tracks here on the project actually kind of feature the original band, at least the members are still alive, reuniting for two songs here, and actually they're credited as bonus tracks, but they're the last two songs pretty much. I'm going to talk about them here today. First and foremost, I would have to say the sound of this album goes in more of a kind of hard rock direction. It does slow things down a bit at times, but it still never loses its edge really, and at its heaviest moments, I guess you could say, kind of teeters the edge between hard rock and heavy metal, and even the more traditional sense of heavy metal that is, and it manages to pull off that sound well, in my opinion. Despite the fact that Alice Cooper is rather old at this point, he still manages to sound energetic and alive on these tracks pretty much. Just from the opening track, the title track that is Paranormal, which starts off with this kind of mysterious sounding guitar part, and overall I actually like this song. It's probably my favorite on the album. I especially just kind of like how mysterious and sort of creepy it sounds at times in sort of that Alice Cooper sort of way. And I do like his vocals here on this track as well. I think they sound the best here they do on the entire album. He definitely doesn't sound, how old he is here, really. Like I was saying before, he still sounds really alive and full of energy on this project, which is something you can't always say about artists that are, this old. You also have a lot of kind of more hard rocking songs here on the album, like the second track, Dead Flies, or even the track Rats that appears later on in the track listing. These are some more songs that are just really kind of, the songs you kind of rock out to, I guess you could say, and just kind of have that sort of upbeat, enjoyable energy while kind of keeping that kind of creepy, monster-like atmosphere that Alice Cooper is kind of known for throughout many of his works. In the track listing, you also find some rather catchy tracks. Take, for example, the track Holy Water that just kind of has a chorus that you just instantly kind of want to sing along to. And then you also get some more mysterious tracks, like the closing track for the, I guess you could say, standard version of this album without the two bonus tracks. The Sound of which has a very, I guess you could say, atmospheric, sort of creepy feel to it. Kind of like the opening track in a way, but even more so than the opening track. It's also one of my favorites on the album. It just kind of has a very creepy mood that I enjoy. Now, talking about those last two tracks I was mentioning before that do feature the original lineup, with the exception of the members, of course, that have passed away, unfortunately. You have the track Genuine American Girl, which isn't one of my favorites on the album, to be honest. And then the closing song for the, I guess you could say, the entire project, You and All Your Friends, which I do enjoy that track. It has more of an upbeat feel, I guess you could say, a more hard rocking feel, and I do enjoy that. It's a nice kind of fun way to close out the album. And the thing is, this album, it has a lot of, more hard rocking moments, as well as some of those creepier moments I was talking about earlier with the opening track and tracks like this closing on the standard edition. But it manages to incorporate these different sort of sounds in a very nice and consistent manner. It doesn't sound jarring, or it doesn't, jump from one thing to another, really. It's just that some of the tracks here on the album, I guess you could say, as far as flaws go with this project, aren't super memorable in the grand scheme of things, but it's not to say that any of the songs here are really particularly bad or anything like that. Overall, I have to say this is a really solid project, especially for this late in the Alice Cooper's career. It's a very good album, and I think it's one that you should definitely check out if you're a fan of his works. Maybe you haven't been quite on top of some of his more recent works, maybe this is a good part to jump back in, because there are some really good standout tracks here on the album. Take like the first track that I was talking about, Paranormal, or the closing track on the standard version, or the bonus track version as well, and even some of the tracks that you get in between are some really good standouts. Overall, I'd have to say it's a good album, and I'd recommend it to you. And, yep, that sums up everything I gotta say here. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future album reviews. Comment down below your thoughts on this album. Check out the links in the description. That'll take you to all the social medias so you can follow me there. Thanks for watching, guys, and stay golden.